We're all sold this dream of a global education, right? That it's this golden ticket to the best future possible. But here's the thing, we rarely talk about what it really is, a massive, life-changing financial decision. So today, we're going to get real and ask the big question. Is that dream degree actually empowering, or is it a hidden trap of debt? Okay, let's break this down. It really is a tale of two realities. On one side, you've got the parents' view, the dream. You see words like top university, global exposure, all the things you hope for. But then you look at the other side and bam, there's the financial reality. We're talking tuition bills, debt risks. It's the brochure versus the bank statement. And the gap between them can be huge. To see what this actually looks like, let me tell you about Ramesh. He's a parent who, like so many, just wanted the absolute best for his daughter. And he went all in. He funded her entire education abroad with loans, truly believing it was a guaranteed investment that would pay off big time. But here's where the dream met a very harsh reality. After she graduated, the job market wasn't what they expected. Her visa situation was uncertain, and all of a sudden, that huge pile of loan debt became this crushing weight. The whole focus shifted from, let's build an amazing career, to, oh my gosh, how do we just stay afloat? And this quote, wow, it just says everything, doesn't it? This is what his daughter told him. I'm scared to explore. I need to repay. The very education that was supposed to open up the world for her, to give her freedom, instead locked her in a cage of fear. That debt became a chain. The dream turned into a trap. So how do we make sure this doesn't happen? Well, in this explainer, we're going to walk through it. We'll compare the two main school pathways here in India, CBSE and IB, and then we'll give you a super practical smart money framework so you can make this decision in a way that's sustainable, not stressful. All right, first up, let's talk about what we can call the cost-conscious route, the CBSE pathway. The whole idea here is building a really strong academic base while keeping your financial options open. So here's the biggest advantage, and it's a game changer. The lower school fees in CBSE or state board schools, that's not just a little bit of savings. It creates what's so important, financial breathing space. Instead of every penny going out the door for school fees, you can actually start saving and investing that money early on. You're building a university fund over time, not scrambling for a huge amount all at once. For these students, scholarships are absolutely key. But it's not about luck. It's a game of strategy. You got to focus on merit and need-based aid. Build a really interesting profile that's about more than just top marks. And this is crucial, apply early. Trust me, scholarships reward planning, not last-minute panic. And this brings us to the $1,000,000, or, well, the 1 crore question that every family has to ask. It's all about the return on investment. You really have to weigh the massive size of a loan against what the realistic earning potential is for that specific degree in that specific country. A more expensive degree does not automatically mean it's a better investment. Okay, let's switch gears and look at the second path, the International Baccalaureate, or IB. Now, this curriculum is tailor-made for global universities, which is great, but that perfect alignment? Well, it comes with a much higher price tag. Yeah, the key phrase here is front-loaded cost. What does that mean? It means the big expenses. We're talking high school fees, exam fees, application costs. They all start piling up years before the first university bill even arrives. This pathway demands a serious financial plan right from the get-go. And with this path, it's so easy to fall into a few common ROI blind spots. You see those big, shiny global salary numbers and get excited. But it's easy to forget about the high taxes, the crazy cost of living, and potential visa problems that could send you home. Remember, it's the net amount, what's left in your pocket, that actually matters. This table really just lays out the trade-offs perfectly, side by side. With CBSE, your upfront costs are lower, but the big risk is maybe under-planning for those global applications. With IB, you're perfectly set up for those applications, but the risk is taking on way too much debt right from the start. They're just two different paths with two very different financial dangers you have to manage. So we've seen the pros and cons of both paths. Now what? Is there a solution that works for everyone? Yes, there is. Let's talk about the universal guide that any family can use, the Smart Money Framework. Think of these 5 rules as your compass. 1, start the money talks early. 2, be honest with yourselves about what you want versus what you can actually afford without going broke. 3, focus on degrees that lead to real jobs. 4, keep the loans realistic. I love this line from the source material.
Debt should buy capability, not anxiety. And finally, number 5, measure success not by the university's ranking, but by the freedom your child has to choose their own path after they graduate.
And that really brings us to the most important takeaway of all, a total redefinition of ROI. A great return on investment isn't just about the salary your child brings home. It's about the choices they get to keep. It's about the freedom they have because they're not crushed by a mountain of debt. So, I'll leave you with this final question to think about. What is that degree really buying? Is it empowerment that will launch a life full of possibilities? Or is it just a very beautiful, very expensive chain of debt? The difference, well, it's all in the planning you do today.